Good morning, Luca. Hello, little bear. Good morning, good morning. Wherever you are, what time it is for you, that you have come to your mat is so remarkable. It makes such a difference. And there can be time when we are practicing and it feels that we can't see the outcome. And we think, I'm tired, or I'm hungry, or I don't have time. Because we can't see that it's making a difference. And so our opportunity is to show up and trust. I would not be sitting here in front of you if it didn't change my life. If it hadn't both broken me open, given me the strength to see what was truly happening, and the permission to make a change. I believe in what we're doing. And so day after day, I show up, and you are here, and I am astounded that you are here too. So 2 blocks and a strap, and either seated on a chair or seated at the edge of your blanket or bolster. Spine is tall, heart is high. We have been moving through the entirety of the body this year. The year of you, going one energy center at a time to understand its role in our lives and how our lives can be healed and affected from each space. And now we are at the top. I am. We began at I am, the mortal life, and now I am. I am something so much more. So as we practice today, as you tune in, as you settle in, let it be more. I am more than I know. Every time you pause in between gestures, feeling the accumulation of your effort and your breath. I am more than I thought. I am more than yesterday. I am beyond yesterday. I am beyond what I thought. I am into the limitlessness of simply what can be aware, what can be known. Palms together, heart high. May we be guided, may we be held, may we be known. Ong Namo. Good morning, Michelle. Ong Namo. I bow to everything outside of me. So grateful for this wild, busy life. Gurudev Namo, I bow to everything inside, so grateful for this wild, busy self. Where they meet is the miracle. Om Namo Gurudev Namo, 3 times inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. May we be held, may we be known, may we be guided. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, bring it with you. Hands and knees. If you choose on hands and knees, placing a blanket under your knees and your shins. Hands just under the head of your shoulder. Tuck your chin around your back and let your hips sway side to good side. Good morning, starting here. As your head falls a little further, a little more space through the upper back. And then releasing, navel comes down, heart forward, exhale, run. Opening and closing. So continue this movement at your pace. Turn your left thumb left. Try to draw the hands apart, open the upper back. Keep going there, or turn your left thumb left again until the left fingertips point towards your left knee. The heels of your hands are in one line. Open through your palm, through the length of your fingers, up through the forearm, through the collarbones and down the left side of your back. 3, 2. And turn your left fingertips forward and turn your right thumb forward, your right finger's right, trying to draw your hands apart. Space at the base of your neck, at the back of your throat. Turning your right thumb right again, fingers towards your right knee. Bring your awareness from the tips of your fingers to the heel of your hand, spreading the palm wide. From the heel of your hand up to the center of your elbow. And from your elbow to your shoulder and your shoulder to your jaw and down your back. 3, 2, and 1. Turn your fingertips forward, knees wide, toes together, finding child. Drum your fingers, wag your tail. Good. Rise up, tuck your toes and walk your dog. So one heel and then the other. And then step your right foot to your right thumb. Hands to your hips. So this is why we pad the knees, to come a little forward and to come a little back. That you're in charge with that bend of your knee of how deeply you'll go into the hip crease. And then the right armpit in front of the right knee, fingertips wide. Now the hips a little forward and back again. And as the hips come forward, the heart comes through. And you're no longer rounding. The knee into the armpit, the heart coming forward, widen your eyes. And put the top of your left foot flat, let your left foot be heavy, let your left shin be heavy. And open through the front of your spine. The inhale fills your throat and your chest. The exhale empties the navel up to the throat. And stepping back, downward facing dog, walking out. And the left foot to the left thumb, the right knee down, and hands to hips, forward and back, making space. Organizing your contact points, your folds, your creases, left armpit to your left knee, fingers wide, and hips a little forward and back. So the hips go back, it will round you a little, and the rounding like a spring allows you to come a little further forward. And then staying forward, the top of your right foot flat, the foot heavy, the shin heavy, opening the front of your right hip and drawing the front of your spine forward. Widen your eyes. And the widening of your eyes, that same sensation in your right hip, the same in the right chest, in the throat. And step back, downward facing dog. Walk out your dog a few times and then pause still. Notice. From the hips to the heels, starting to make a little space. From the armpits to the navel, a little length. And walk your feet to your hands and sit your seat down. Pull your toes back and your thumbs are up. As you lean back, your hands are together. As you lean forward, the hands split. So inhale, opening, and exhale, rocking back. Close your eyes. We're on day 15. If you know where you're going, settle in. Toes draw back, feet are strong, your heels are driving your navel forward and back. Your hands are opening your chest. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs out long, hands on thighs. Notice what's changing. Feel the top of your head, feel your legs, feel your navel. Widen your heels and fold your blanket in half so that you're a little bit higher up. And the heels wide, shake out your feet side to side and your knees up and down to loosen the tension of your hamstrings and your feet. If you need to, pop blocks under your knees so you can sweep, opening the sides. The feet are broad, the toes are long. And begin to fold your navel towards your thigh. One hand on either side, folding now. Taking that outer length and wrapping the inside hand a little further forward to turn the navel towards the outer thigh. If you need to, continue there or begin to reach wide and fold without touching the floor. So there's a revolution through the navel, through the low belly. And close your eyes. One more each side. And then sitting tall, hands to thighs, notice. Creating a current. Interlace your fingers and stir that current into a great circle. Reaching out from the knuckles. Toes are broad. And that circle initiating from the seat. And reverse your direction. One more to sit up tall and notice. Now the current is moving, new directions, new places. Set your blanket aside, lie on your back and bring your blocks with you. So that now we uncrease the crease at the hips and open the front body. Knees bend, feet flat. Lift your hips and put your blocks on their belly and let them meet on their sides. So they're at their lowest setting, side by side, directly under the low back, under the back of your hips. Palms down. Tuck your shoulder under, a little closer. Chest is lifting. So it's as though someone was pulling a string to lift your heart towards your head. Keep your left palm flat to the floor. Take your right hand overhead. Let the back of your right hand be heavy. Let your right heel be heavy. And just pause there, nothing more. And notice how the hand overhead invites the breath a little higher into your right lung. And the right hand comes down. Palm to the floor, left hand overhead, the back of your hand resting. And your breath filling the lung all the way just above the collarbone. Making space up out of the left hip. So simple. And down. Work there or lift your hips and put the blocks on their sides with their bellies together. And then the right hand overhead and the back of your right hand to the floor and pause. Letting your right heel be heavy. Letting the breath lift the right side of your chest even as you root the right shoulder into the floor. And the right palm down and the left hand overhead. Left heel is heavy. Down. Now you may work there or stand your blocks on their ends with their bellies together and the right hand overhead. So the right shoulder tucks under, the heart is even higher and the right heel is even heavier, and this is starting to open all the connective tissue from your low back across the front of your right hip and down to your right inner thigh. Starting to open the right side diaphragm. And then the right hand down and the left hand overhead. Left shoulder into the floor, left chest is opening, left hip is changing, and left heel is heavy. Trust gravity, shoulders heavy, heels heavy, and float through the center. So that when you bring both hands down to lift your hips to take the blocks, now notice the sensation through the front of your body. Perfect. And this opening of the front body is a natural stimulation to the nervous system. So if you were tired from a long drive or a long meeting, those simple gestures, just replay that much of what we've done together and you'll be less fatigued. Hold your knees wide, shake out your feet, loosen the ankles, loosen the toes, and then roll your way up. As you come to stand, widening your feet and hands up overhead. Left hand holds the right wrist, go up, go left. And then bend your knees, palms together, fitting your body down inside the thighs. Here's exhale. Stand up tall. Right hand holds left. Here's inhale. Exhale back down. So we're moving from side to side. How far you go into that squat is entirely up to you. Go where it serves you. One more each side. As you stand, hands go wide. Your fingers fold in and your thumbs are pointing away from your palm. Little forward circles. Little forward circles. Draw the pinky edge of your hand back a wee bit. Open the chest. Reach into your knuckles and long, deep breathing. That you've anchored from your navel to your feet. You've folded and unfolded through the hips, and now activate the heart. Turn your thumbs up, little forward circles. Hands a little bit back. Thumbs pointing back, little forward circles go. 3, 2, and down. Letting it rise and rise and rise and rise and rise. Down to your seat, so that the body is open, bright, and prepared. The Kriya begins here. You may be cross-legged, you may be seated on the edge of a chair. We start with the palms facing forward, facing the body. This is most modified, so always start here if you need to. Inhale left, exhale right, very simple. Work here or bring your palms to face the floor. Tuck your fingers in, thumbs touch the fronts of your shoulders. Inhale left, exhale right. Work there or turn your thumbs down, pinkies point up, palms point forward. And the heart is lifting. So if there's any rounding because of the position of your hands, go back down a step and lift your heart. Last place, full posture, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull, elbows wide. The heart is high, the eyes are closed, spinning through the spine. 2 minutes. Heart stays high, soften your face. You're loosening any imbalance between the left side and the right side of the spine. Between the inhale and the exhale. So you're creating this very clear equanimity through both sides of the body. Center, hands high, inhale up, 3 sips more, fill the chest, tuck your chin like capping a bottle, lift the crown, tuck your chin, lift the pelvic floor and contain all of it inside of you as though you could absorb this into your lungs and your heart and your liver and your diaphragm and your bones. And lift your chin and breathing out, let it down. Shake out your legs and shake out your feet. As you cross your legs, add your strap behind you. The strap is wide enough that you can raise it up over your back. So for some of us, that might mean that it's very wide. For some of us, you can clasp your hands. But I would suggest starting with hands just wider than the hips, Feet are crossed with the outer edge of your foot to the floor, under the knee. As you fold forward, the hands rise up, the head drops, and then inhale, rising up. So if it's not wide enough, the hands will be trapped at your low back. And if it's too wide, there won't be any opening of the collarbones. So narrow the strap to find the lift at the top. Inhale up and exhale, fold, close your eyes, 2 minutes. Being sure to sit tall at the top, unfolding that habitual rounding of the upper back. Come on. Lift your heart, clear your voice, hear more clearly. One more. To sit tall, release the strap, hands to your thighs, and notice the sensations. Through the arms and the chest, the back of the neck, up through the spine, into the brain, crown of the head. Set your strap aside, set your blanket aside, and with your knees bent, put your feet flat, and your fingertips point towards you behind you. Bend your elbows wide and rock your chest back towards your elbows, and then sweep your elbows in, press down into the hands and up into the heart. So exhale as you round back, and inhale, heart comes up, hands go down. One more. Elbows in. Hands down, heart out. Perfect. Open your mouth, find the whisper of ha. Close your mouth, out the nose, heart up, elbows in. You may work right here, or lift your hips, and then rock your hips back and down, toes point up. As you place your feet flat to the floor, heart comes up. So steady breath, rock your feet flat, feet lift the hips, hips open the chest. We go. Three, two, one. Pause tall. Inhale, sit up. And then release the chin and hips down. Legs out long, hands to thighs. Sit up tall and notice. Breath of fire, that pulsing breath is a clarifying breath. sweeping away what is unnecessary, holding on. The old ways we've chosen to be, we can loosen them. Rearrange ourselves more easily than we realize. Come to stand. The palms face the floor. And with a bend of your knees, your tail goes back, your knees stay right over your ankles. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, standing up. So it can be tiny. Fine. It can go deeper. Or if you choose, the heels may drop right, the hips may drop to the heels. And as you stand, hug your heels towards each other and feel your navel engage and support you. Exhale down and inhale up. Good, 15 more. One more. To stand tall, turn your palms forward. Notice long, steady breathing. The circulation, the steady movement will rise up through you. A little turmoil. Just stay steady and let it pass. Like a great wave, go deeper under the water and let that wave pass over. And as you do, you grow more accustomed with staying steady, even though circumstances or thoughts may be tempting to toss you around. Stay steady. Stand on the seabed and sweep wide and high. A bend in your knees, your hands wide, hands down the backs of your legs to fold. Unfold, sweep wide. As you fold, open the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, your calves, right to the tips of your toes. Bend your knees as deeply as you need to, both going down and coming up. Keep your low back flat. As you're ready, as your hamstrings are strong and supple, you may keep the legs straight. The full classical kriya, the hands are forward and the legs staying straight, the heart coming up. That asks a tremendous amount of the muscles along the sides of your spine, which means that you're building strength, which is tremendous, but it also means that too much of it can create strain. So I would suggest little at a time, day at a time. Perhaps you do 3 today. And then you go back down to the sides. Today's practice should support tomorrow's practice. If you're creating strain or injury today, then you're depleting tomorrow's practice. 10 more. One more. And sweeping wide, palms face forward, stand tall. Let it run through you. You've opened these channels, and what's possible now is that more energy can move through you. And you feel this. As you open these lines, these conduits, there's a sensation of current. Hands high, palms face each other, knees softly bent. From the navel to the floor, plug in, and then a little left and a little right. Inhale left, exhale right. It's not how far you can go. You're creating pliability through the upper spine. You're raising your energy higher by having your hands overhead. You're strengthening the anchor from the navel to the feet. So close your eyes and we go 18 more. One more. And widen down. A field of divine light that surrounds you, that is who you are. Clear and strong. Out through the fingertips, shake out through the feet, bring your hands to your hips, tap your heel in front of you. Each little tap will have a sound. Har, H-A-R, har. Har. Right from your belly button, right from your navel, out through your throat. Har is the creative syllable of the universe. Har, 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 har. If you need to, you may stay right here, keeping a little bit of a tap, or we're going to bring it into the middle with a hop. Har, 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 har. And now we build focus, we build stamina, the ability to stay devoted to our choice. We know this will serve us. It's building the strength of our heart, it's shifting our circulation, and most of all, it's provoking our will. Will we stay here? Will we flake out and find a reason to stop? Or will we see it through? Find the syllable, ha, ha, ha. Har, 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 har. Har, 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 har. 15 seconds. Har, 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 har. 3, 2, 1. Standing. I am this. I am determined. I am devoted. I am rewarded. Each day I am beyond the day before. I am available to new awareness, new possibility around me and within me. I am supple and changeable. Down into a seat, legs crossed. So let yourself settle. Sitting tall, feel the strength you've created. The asana, the seat you take in the world is clearer now. You can still feel the beat of your heart. You can feel that the chest is broad across the front, that you are vulnerable and capable, both at once. As we move beyond what we know of ourselves, we start to participate in time differently. We're not holding what was quite as tightly. We are not quite so shielded about what will be. And the freedom to move from what was to what will be is in this mantra in our fingertips. Because we begin, we do, we conclude, and we restart. Birth, life, death, return. Thumb and first finger touch, sa. Thumb and middle finger, ta. Thumb and ring finger, na. Thumb and pinky, ma. The cycle. Sometimes we're very good at beginning, but we can't see it through. Sometimes we don't want to finish because we're not sure what will come afterwards. Moving your fingers and your thoughts and your sounds through these cycles release resistance, and we become a part of a flow that is larger than we anticipated. Go beyond what you knew. 2 minutes aloud, 2 minutes whisper, 4 minutes silent, 2 minutes whisper, 2 minutes spoken. Eyes closed, heart high. We begin. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na. Keep going. Move your thumb to touch the fingertip of each finger with each syllable. Na, ma. And with each touch, with each sound, a pulse of light through the center of your forehead. Na, ma, sa, ta, 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 na. Whisper. Sa, ta, sa, a pulse of light, each sound, each syllable out the center of your forehead. A pulse of attention right at the front of the brain. silently. Keep moving through the fingertips. Keep the pulse of light at the front of your brain. Let it be easy. You're creating flow, the ability to simply participate in the continuation of your choice without losing focus. So steady. spoken. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Sa, ta, na, and pause. Be still. Notice. Feel the midbrain, crown of your head, the light that surrounds you. If you can find the spiritual stamina to do this each day, doesn't need a mat, just needs your attention. Filling the front brain with light, your cognition, your place of imagination, that which will take you beyond what you know right now and make it a new reality. You get into the flow of time. It's easy to begin things that you've meant to. It's easy to see them through and bring them to a clean conclusion, so you're free to start something else. Find the flow in your life. Find the freedom in your spirit. Build the spiritual stamina with this kirtan kriya, this meditation, this repetition of mantra and movement, just in your fingertips, to become unstuck, unblocked. You are made of light. Go beyond the light you know of your own now. Go beyond that. There is more. Reach wide. Palms together. Thumbs at the forehead center. I bow to this. I am this. Sat Nam. 8. Long Sat. Short Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. To learn more about this practice, to make it more personal, to discuss the things you find as a result of this practice, join Soul Soil, small group conversation on Zoom. The first one for this sequence is this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and the second one is Monday night 18th of October. It's a chance to hear what other people are experiencing. And as we do that, we tend to validate our own experience more fully, which brings more result. It fosters and substantiates our own practice. So join Soul Soil. marthamcalpin.com/soulsoil. Send me an email. Let me know you want the Zoom links, and I will see you there.